looking ready for a green one. To the white line we go. Go We're Racing. Cameron Taylor gets the better of the start over Tim Weir. Tim Weir settles in behind. Next one through will be the 43 car there of Jackson Bailey. Outside of him is the 37 of Aidan Rigby as they go under the tower. Mark Littlehales is there as well. Frank Packer. Littlehales in trouble in the 72 car. Drifts right out of line, allowing the car 27 also of Josh Rigby to get by down the main straight. Under the tower one more time. With our race leader, Cameron Taylor. To the better, Tim Weir in position number 2. Back then we go to Jackson Bailey in the 43. Behind him is car 37 of Aidan Rigby. A bit of a gap back then to Frank Packer. He moves underneath Caleb. Next one through there is car 21. Hayley Spence moves under her. Next one in front of him will be the 28 car of Doug Rigby. Those are all 3 standard cars. So he goes underneath Doug Rigby. Next one in his sights will be the 25 car of Ryan Warren. So he's put 3 lapped cars between himself and Tim Weir. The car not sounding too happy at all. Trying to go around the outside is car number 37 there of Aidan Rigby. He will be successful in doing so, as Frank Packer had to go down the inside of Jackson Bailey. It didn't work, but Aidan Rigby's got himself through into position number 3. Next, Jackson Bailey in front of Frank Packer. Behind him is Josh Rigby, and behind them is Mark Littlehales, and then we go to Brodie Warren. Next one through there would be Dion Cook, Harrison Chown, Brock Hancock. Then we go to Andrew Pickering, and we're getting back towards our race leader as he goes under the tower, the lapping flag being shown, but it is Cameron Taylor up on the inside of car number 8. That's Riley Killick. Riley does not have to move out of the way, just has to hold his line. In trouble is the 7 car, Cameron Taylor. Something's gone wrong with the escort, and it's pulled to the infield and out of the event. We have to go back then to Tim Weir in position number 2, and Aidan Rigby in 3. Frank Packer would be the 3rd car. Behind him would go back to Josh Rigby. So let's pick up our race leader. Underneath car 15 he goes. So Sean Mooney back 1 lap. Tim Weir around the western corner. We've got a whole heap of smoke coming. It's steam coming out of the 7 car. Hard luck there for Cameron Taylor. We're back at our race leader, who is about to put a lap on the 41 car of Josh Betts. Back in position number 2, it's still car number 37, Aidan Rigby. Oh, we've still got a green light on, but now we've got a yellow. So we've got some work for the infield people. Ready to get going again. Tim Weir versus Aidan Rigby versus Frank Packer. Past the witch's hat they go. Tim Weir, Aidan Rigby, Frank Packer, Josh Rigby, Mark Littlehales. Brodie Warren would be the next one, and then we go to Brock Hancock as they go round the western corner. Tim Weir down the main straightaway, just in front of Aidan Rigby. And yellow, red. Got a car upside down. Car 41 it is, in Andrew Pickering. To the outside of the witch's hat, we're away and racing at the restart. Queensland National 4 title. Tim Weir, Aidan Rigby, Frank Packer. That's the way they head down the main straightaway. Josh Rigby, Mark Littlehiles. The 17 car then of Brodie Warren. Just to the better of Brock Hancock, and behind them will be that of Riley Killick back to Doug Rigby. Caleb Thorogood, the 21 of Haley Spence, and at the tail of the field is Andrew Pickering. Another lap down on the extended journey, and Tim Weir holding them at bay as Frank Packer gets himself up into position number 2. Aidan Rigby drifted a little wide. Frank Packer didn't need a second opportunity. Under the tower they go. One out there is Caleb Thorogood. No change at the front of the field as Tim Weir just managing to keep the Sierra heading in the right direction around the western corner. Tim Weir, Frank Packer is there, if close enough. Under the tower they go. Josh Rigby in 3. Next one behind them is Mark Littlehiles. Down the back chute into the western corner. Tim Weir one more time has got Frank Packer right there. Knows he's got to stay on the grass. And if anything, backing right off to make sure he does stay there. Frank Packer right behind him, Josh Rigby, Mark Littlehiles. Western corner, main straightaway, Frank Packer underneath the tower. Packer gives him another little whack. I'm still here. Past the pit gate. Tim Weir, Frank Packer, Josh Rigby, Mark Littlehiles. Josh Rigby, Mark Littlehiles is close to him as well. A bit of a gap back to Brock Hancock and Brodie Warren down the main straight. Another lap car in front of them will be the 28 car of Doug Rigby as they head past the pit gate into the western corner. It's still Tim Weir. Frank Packer is still there. Again, he's coming to have a look on the outside. No, pulls back in, straight up the back, gives him a little nudge. Frank's got the car really crossed up. Back in position number 3, it's still Josh Rigby. Mark Littlehiles is right there as well, so not too much to go. White flag out. Tim Weir, he's got one lap to get this car home. Frank Packer's got one lap to get past. Josh Rigby, Mark Littlehiles, western corner. Tim Weir, can he defend his title? Down the main straightaway, the Sierra's held on. Frank Packer home for 2. Josh Rigby home for 3. Mark Littlehiles. Next one home, Brock Hancock in front of Brodie Warren.